In this video, it's going to be one of those we have to discuss with the YouTube contest giveaway policies and guidelines. Well, hello, how y'all are? Here's Johnny, also known as the New England Cajun Roots Reseller. Whereas in this video, it's going to be one of those we have to discuss with the YouTube contest giveaway policies and guidelines. Now, in this video, we'll go over some tips, and I'll even, if you stay to the end, you'll even get an example of what this is going to be entailing on things you have to do in reference to the policies and guidelines for YouTube when it comes to contests, giveaways, lottery, sweepstakes, whatever they want to call it. There is some policies and procedures that we have to tend to. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And what I'll do is I'll first make sure to let you know that in the description bar below, you will see the link to the YouTube policies and procedures and guidelines. I will also go over and leave these results of different things I've researched in the description bar below. And also at the end, I will also go over as a extra little tip, a sample of what we might need to do in any event that you are doing any kind of giveaways or contest for your channel. If this is your first time coming over and tripping over my channel, I want to thank you so much for coming over and checking out the channel. And if you've been returning, I want to also thank you for your continuing support to the channel. But what I'm going to ask you is free. Right below the video, there's that word subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit all notifications so you don't miss out when I come out with another video. Hit me that thumbs up. But most importantly, leave me those comments. Let me know what you think. Give me what you think about what we discussed in this video or any video that I do. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, now in this portion, I'm going to go ahead and open my screen, and I am actually recording this through StreamYard so I can do a share screen because there's just so much information to cover. I've done multiple researches in the last 3 days, and this is my conclusion and my results from my research. So I hope you enjoy it. Please make sure to leave me those comments because I will be replying to all comments. So in this situation, I will be having to implement this as well because we do our hump day auctions on Wednesdays where we do giveaways and things like that. And I also do giveaways when I do reach milestones on my YouTube channel. So this is just a whole new thing that I did some research on that we need to do. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get started this way first. And I'm going to go ahead and open the whole tab here for you. And I will have this link in the description bar below. And this is actually from the YouTube help page where you can find your policies and procedures and guidelines on YouTube. And this one has to do with YouTube contest items and giveaways and restrictions and things you're not supposed to do and things you are going to do. So what I'm going to do is I basically went through each one of these, did my research, and now I'm going to break it down for you a little bit easier. I watched so many videos on this topic, so now I've come down to my pointers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up for a minute, but also there's a thing about I'm going to be covering in this video about thumbnails, things you have to put in your content for your YouTube channel when doing giveaways or contests of some sort. We'll also cover a little bit about the FTC, which is your Federal Trade Commission, and things you may need to do. We'll discuss that in the video as well. Also, you got your guidelines that we'll cover a little bit on, and also the strikes that you can get if you don't follow these guidelines. My notes that I went through while doing this, and I'm going to use this as my pointers to kind of go across with you on things we can and cannot do and what we need to do. So the first point I'm going to talk about is if you have an item that you're giving away, if it is a sponsored event, for example, say I'm giving away a phone and it's from iPhone, or in this case, Google, or Google phone, or whatever it is you're giving away. this is just an example. This is not being a giveaway. If you have a sponsored item that someone's sponsoring you on a particular item that you need to do a review on, and then after you're done with your review, you can give it away. Well, you have to identify the sponsor that's involved in that event that you're giving away, first of all. And also, you must disclose in your hashtags, hashtag sponsored, hashtag giveaway, and also hashtag sweepstakes in the event that you're doing a sweepstakes for that giveaway. As a sponsored item, you have to put that in your description. Now, if you're doing a giveaway and it's from you and yourself, you personally have something that you want to give away, then you do not have to do that. You are the sponsor of that giveaway. So again, if it's a sponsor, you have to identify and make sure who it is that's giving it away, who sponsored it, and you have to include that in your description. If it's yourself, you do not. So that's the difference between the two. And in this case, there's 4 types of things you're going to have to consider. There's 4 types. There's a lottery, sweepstakes, giveaway, and contest. Now, in a lottery and a sweepstakes, they are about the same. You have to purchase something to enter. So you have to check your federal, state, and local laws. I just realized because I'm checking my notes as I'm going. So you must have to check your federal, state, and local laws, and it's considering the lottery gambling laws and regulations for your state. And that's if you're doing anything like a lottery or a sweepstakes. An example on this would be things like you have to purchase something to win something. An example, like lottery tickets. Some type of sweepstakes that you're giving away a major piece of item or whatever you're giving away. You do have to check your federal, state, and local laws under the lottery gambling laws and restrictions. Also, you do have to check your FTC, which is your Federal Trade Commission, for any sponsorship type of giveaways to be compliant with your giveaway. So you do have to check that with your local information, and all those links I will be putting in the description bar below, that you can just click on it and do your research in your area, depending on what you're doing, on what type of giveaway you're doing. But each one has its own category. So make sure you do use these links that I'm giving you in the description bar below to follow those and get your information before you do something major. You cannot ask your viewers to give all rights for or transfer the ownership of their entry to you, the host. In other words, if someone wins your giveaway, you cannot ask them to then give it back to you or give it to you or donate it to you. That's illegal. Don't do it. I have seen some channels where they're doing giveaways and the person says, I'll give it to you. This is for you, or I want you to have it. Can't do it. Whoever wins it has to be the winner. Now, can they choose to give it to someone else? Sure. They can donate it to someone else. But that's between you, the winner, and or the host of the show, whoever's doing the giveaway. Number 3, a giveaway and or a contest must be free to enter. No purchase necessary. So what is, and again, I'm also doing 2 different outlines. As you see, I have some that'll be things, and I'm going to cover that in the next portion of the sample. And I did these from my notes, because you also have to know what the giveaway is. You have to provide that information when doing giveaways or contests or whatever you're doing. The prize, by the way, and this is something that is by law, if your prize is worth more than $600, you will need to then fill out the IRS form 1099 and an I-9. Make sure you get the information from the winner to fill out that form, and then you have to send it 1 copy to the IRS, because you get multiple copies on one. One has to go to the IRS, and it's going to be at the bottom of that form. It tells you which copy to send where. Then there's going to be one you keep for yourself for your records, and then one you have to send to the winner. And a copy of that for your record, so you'll have that record saying that you did what you said what you're supposed to do. If you do not do this, you can get in trouble with the IRS. Now, you also have to make sure who is eligible to win when doing this contest. You also have to know how they're going to win. How are you going to do the contest? How they're going to be able to win? What do we have to do? How are you going to choose the winner? The winner can be chosen, and you can also choose a winner by any type of name picking tool. But you got to remember, check countries. If you're allowing other countries or outside of the United States, make sure you check the different country regulations if you're allowing something to go overseas, because each country has their own rules and regulations when it comes to prizes or giveaways or contests. Especially like when it comes to lottery, Canada has its own set of rules. So be careful when doing giveaways or a contest of some sort about the other countries' rules and regulations, and you have to follow when doing it and allowing others from other countries. So be on the lookout for that. Next is must be subscribed to your channel to enter, which is not a good thing for your channel because they look at it as you are buying subscribers. So don't do it. Don't make it be a subscriber mode on those type of things. I learned all kind of stuff with this research. And it is now part of the YouTube guidelines. So don't use must be subscribed to your channel to enter. Mind-blowing, right? And then you also have to make sure what are you going to use to do your giveaway? Which tool you're going to use? There's multiples, and that's another video coming soon that I'm going to be doing on how to do different types of giveaways on different tools. But that you have to make sure you know. Then you're going to need to know when you're going to start it and when you're going to end it, and the time. You have to make all this guideline. And I'm going through this because the very next thing I'm going to show you is the sample that you have to include in this for your giveaways or your contest. And then who is eligible to win? You also have to give the description of the item and the price value, retail value of that item, especially when you're doing bigger items. Now, if it's like a pack of gum, some candy, you're just giving it into your prizes or you're giving it away, anything major, you have to describe it. You have to give it a value. I've seen some channels where they've given away $100 gift card, $50 gift cards, $200, $500. It's there. I've seen them. So you got to give a complete description of the item you're giving away and its retail value. Now, you might have paid, for example, and I'm only going to use this as an example because this is the drink I use. I like these polar drinks. This is a diet cherry polar drink. So say I'm giving this away as a case. Now, I may pay $1.15 at the store, $1.09. But if I'm buying a case, I may get a discount if I go directly through the distributor. So I cannot say the value of it is what I paid because I may get it as a discount. If it's a value of retail value is what you have to include it in your description of that item. Now, you also have to make sure you include the odds of winning. So in this case, you would probably need to put odds of winning depends on the number of entries. All right, now, the biggest note I need you to listen. This is important, please. Once you start, you cannot, let me rephrase it, you cannot, no, you cannot change it. You can't change it. Once you start a contest and you've had the rules in place, You cannot change those rules. If you say you're going to start it at 9 o'clock, start it at 9 o'clock. If you started on October 1st, the contest ends on October 31st, you're going to do the drawing on the 31st, you do the drawing on the 31st. If whatever you are requiring the contest to be, whatever your rules are, you have to apply those to the contest and stick to those rules. Now, this is also a point where if you need to change it, and I do have, I think, a next note below that, we'll discuss that in a few minutes. And then this is considered this portion of when you're doing the rules and regulations of the contest or the giveaway. It's like a contract. It's between you and your followers, or you and whoever you're doing the contest for. If you change it, and this is talking about the rules and regulations before you start the contest, if you change it after the contest has started, remembering that this is considered a contract, and if you change it, you can be considered in breach of contract. You can also be seen as untruthful. This is considered a relationship and a consumer protection between you and your followers, or you and whoever you're doing the contest for, or whatever the contest is for. So make any changes to this contest before it starts. But also, if there's any kind of thing that may happen that you're allowing to maybe possibly happen, make sure you build it in to the rules, especially if you need to cancel. Something may happen, technical difficulties, whatever the case may be, or you didn't get enough of the one of people entering that you thought you would get, or you're getting a lot of spams. Again, build it into your rules. If you have any way that you think you might have to cancel it, make sure it's in your rules. That's part of the whole contest rules that you have to follow. Whatever you put in paper on noting, you have to follow it. Now, the next thing is you must post. When posting of your official rules, once you put it together, you type it all out, you double check your rules and regulations, make sure you're not missing anything. You must post those official rules. You must have that accessible official rules either in your description of your video or even as a link to make sure that they are available to anyone. So say, for example, you have a long item of stuff in your description where you don't have enough room to put all the rules and regulations. Well, you can do, for example, you can make that link available by using either, and these are some examples, if you want to do it all in a Word document, Google document, put it on a website, wherever they can go to and read those regulations and guidelines and rules for that contest or giveaway. Notice I'm only doing giveaways and contests because with the sweepstakes and lottery, that's a whole nother ball game, and I don't do those, so I stay away from those. So that's why I'm constantly talking about once I started this, and I'm now going into contests or giveaways, because this is where all this is going to be coming from. But you have to make sure it's in some type of form, whether it's on a link or written out in your description. Now, can you advertise your YouTube giveaway or contest? That was another thing I looked up. Now, you can promote your giveaway or contest in your content in a video or a live recording or a live show. You can talk about it. You can advertise it that way. Promote like it's going to start here, say October 1st, 2024. It's going to end October 31st, 2024. I'm going to start it at 9 o'clock on October 1st, and I'm going to end it at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got to be very specific when you're going to start it, the date, the time, and when you're going to end it, date and time. Then, after you do that, you do have to put in your rules and regulations. Say that the person wins. They don't contact you. You need to give them a time frame when You are allowing them to contact you by time and date that you are looking for them to contact you to claim their prize, as well as making sure that if you are not getting notified of the winner, they don't contact you. You do need to also put in your wording that I will then rerun the drawing, however you did it, and save the names of who entered, and then redraw for another winner. Either way, you have to put those in your official rules. Whatever you're going to do, cover yourself. You don't want anybody to come back and say you were untruthful or you lied about it. I didn't get my item. It's not what you said you were giving away. Whatever the rules are, follow it. You cannot change them. Also, back into the thing about, can you advertise your contest or giveaway? You cannot use any ad unit or units codes. But Johnny, what the world is that? But this has to do with Google AdSense, your Google account. That you cannot use those type of codes, because you can get codes if you have AdSense, Google AdSense. You're monetized and you get paid for your service of things you do on YouTube. That's considered, you can do that through, and I don't know how to do that. I don't want to get involved in all that. But you cannot use any kind of ad units for advertising your giveaways. Now that's some kind of coding that's part of AdSense and Google. If you know about that kind of stuff, don't do it. I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to do it, because you can get in trouble. Do not, again, do not advertise your lottery, sweepstakes, giveaways, or any contest on your thumbnail. No, we cannot do that. You're not supposed to do it. Yes, do you see a lot of people doing it? Sure. You can also get in trouble for that. Under the community guidelines and strikes based on YouTube, you can have different ways of getting yourself into a policy problem, violating it. So make sure you do, and I'm going to have all these links in the description bar below. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is the results. You want to make sure when you're doing this with your contest, you have to make sure to let people know in your contest rules that you are solely responsible for the contest. Your contest on YouTube must comply with all relevant federal, state, and local laws, rules, and regulations, including the U.S. sanctions. Your contest cannot infringe upon or encourage the infringement of a third-party rights or any unlawful activity. Now, with the YouTube guidelines, you can earn and get a strike when it comes to thumbnails. Right here, this one talks about your YouTube and community guidelines in reference to your thumbnails. You can also have a problem where if you get a copy strike, there's rules and regulations for that. I will put this also in the description below. Make sure you read it. There's also a lot of hybrid links. If you see something in blue, it's a link, you bring it to another page. Make sure you read them. If you're not sure, and you're not sure if it's right, even though you see other channels doing it, you see them in their thumbnails, you see them in this and that, there's a whole list of things we're not supposed to put in our thumbnails. But be careful. Well, another reason you really don't want to put that in your thumbnails, one, that is a guideline problem for policies and guidelines. But guess what? You put that in advertising into your thumbnail, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to get bombarded with trolls. People who don't even follow you, don't even know nothing about you. You're going to get them all over the place. So be careful. You don't want to get into copyright strikes. Again, there is some policies and procedures in part of that. And with the thumbnail policy, if your thumbnail contains, and of course, you got all these different guidelines and stuff, you can be terminated on your channel, or account can be repeatedly violated for the community guidelines and terms. They can also terminate your channel or account after a single case of severe abuse. They can give you a warning. They can give you a strike. That stays on your record for at least 120 days. You don't want that. You don't want to have to be worrying about it. So be careful, because they can and will either give you a warning, give you a strike. You have to take some classes. You can get your strike held for 120 days as long as you don't do the same problem again. If that happens, they can terminate you. And that's considered a violation of a channel that is singly abusing the policies and procedures and guidelines. So be careful. Now we're going to go into the next segment of a sample of what you may want to use. Now, in this case, this is just an example. It's not what you have to put, but this is like the basics, the meat and bones of it. You can tailor this to whatever, however it pertains to your giveaway or contest. So in this notation of the official rules, this is something that you either can have by a link or in your description. Once you do this on any of those documents that I just told you earlier that you can use as examples, get the link, save it. In Google Docs, you can go here at the top and say share, and then you can get a shareable link and share it. That's the link you would want to put in your description if you don't have the room in your description to put these in your description box of that video that you're doing a giveaway on. For example, in the official rules, now you can tailor this however you want for your giveaway or contest. First, you must include what are you going to win? What are you winning? What is that you're winning? What is you giving away? List those prizes below that. Like, what do you win? This is what you're going to win. How to enter? What do you require of them to enter? So you have to write all this out. This is the guidelines and the rules, official rules you have to put for any of those type of things. For example, official rule, and then again, what are you going to enter? How are you going to enter? So you got to remember what you're going to win, list it. How you're going to enter, put your requirements. The next thing is official rules. This giveaway is free to enter. Now remember, if you're making somebody pay for something, then it goes into lottery, sweepstakes, that kind of thing. So you got to be careful. This giveaway will open. You have to include this. When you're going to start the giveaway, it'll open at 9 a.m. Eastern on October 1st, 2024. This giveaway closes at, and that's why I have them in brackets. This is just a sample for you to fill in the blanks, so to say. You put your dates, you put your times, you put whatever you need to put. But this is just an example. This is not what you fill in what those things are. And that's why they're in brackets. Next, you also have to include, and that's why I have these little dashes. The winner will be chosen randomly with, now in this case, in the brackets, you're going to choose how are you going to do your giveaway. And there's another video coming down where I do different ways of how you do giveaways. There's the StreamYard giveaway. There's the wheel. There's, what's that other one? Like a frog race, duck race, whatever. Whatever you're choosing to do the giveaway, random comment picker, whatever. You have to put that in where the blocks are, the quotations or the blocks where you fill in. That's where you're going to put how you're doing that giveaway. Then you also have to put not only the method you're going to select to do the giveaway, but when you're doing the giveaway. In this case, the giveaway will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 31st, 2024. Again, just the samples. Examples are just what you want to put into it is how you're doing your giveaway. And then the winner will be announced in the description of this video, which would be the one you're talking about, at whatever time on. And then again, you would put that also in your description. So what I need to do is put that in blocks, which I just realized I didn't do. As you see, I am still editing as I go, that's good. Now, if winner has not, and then in parentheses, you have to put how to enter, has not entered, however you gave that up here where you said how to enter, you're going to have to put that here too as well. If the winner has not done whatever you said the requirements are to this channel, they will be disqualified and a new winner will be selected. So in this section here, you're going to see where you must be including this kind of stuff in your rules and regulations. So the winner will be chosen on a randomly with whatever method of giveaway you're doing at, and then what time you're doing that giveaway, which in this case, my example is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 31st, 2024 of that video at, and then whatever time you're going to announce it on the date and the time. If a winner has not, whatever you wanted them to do, the requirements to this channel, they will be disqualified and a new winner selected. Then you have to put here, what is this? The winner. All right, the winner must contact you or us or whoever by, and then whatever date you are wanting them to do the reach out to you and say, give you their information or whatever the requirements are that you're stating. Now you can reuse, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. And then you basically put the date, whatever day or time or whatever, you can do that here as well. The time and the date that you've given them to do this by, or the winner will be disqualified. Any information collected from this giveaway / contest will be used for the sole purpose of delivering the prize to the winner. This kind of stuff in this word verbatim must be included in your rules and regulations. You can tailor this however you need to for your giveaway or your channel, whatever you need to do. This is just an example. You can add more, take out, but the majority of the meat's right here. You can word it however you need to. The next thing is this giveaway complies with the YouTube community guidelines, and entries that do not comply will be disqualified. And this is the link to the same thing I just showed you earlier, to the guidelines and policies for contests. That link is also going to be needed to be in your description, so they will be able to link it. And again, it also depends on what platform. In this case, I'm using YouTube. Whereas you can also do this and get the links to those guidelines on your other platforms or the social medias, whatever that is. This is where you're going to put this in. Now, remember, this is only part of the guidelines and policies through YouTube. You got your other platforms and social medias that have their own guidelines. So this is where you put that link, depending on what platform you're talking about or any social media at that time. This giveaway is not associated with, this must be, I repeat, must be also in this guideline for rules. This giveaway is not associated or affiliated with YouTube. YouTube is not a sponsor of this giveaway. Also, by participating in this giveaway, you release YouTube for any liability directly related to this giveaway. That has to be in your rules and regulations, because now, say for example, I've seen this happen many a times. People do giveaways. They talk about their giveaways. They promote their giveaways. Then when the time comes, they change their rules. They change what they want to do. Somebody who gets really ticked off, guess what? They're going to go try to come back and try to sue YouTube, because it happened on YouTube. You can't. That's why it's got to be there. And also, you have to include in there, what are the odds of winning? So in this case, you would put the odds of winning depends on the number of entries. That's something we don't know on YouTube. Now, if it was some other type of form of giveaways, that may be different. But in this case, the odds of winning depends on the number of entries. So all of this will be in the description bar below of the video. All the links that you need to be required to use. I hope this helps. And again, make sure all these links I'm going to be putting in there, read them. If you need to go into details, read them. But it's all in here. Everything I discussed is right here. Even with you not being associated with YouTube, your contest must be free of charge to enter. Do not forget to check your local lottery laws. All this stuff is here. I just condensed it into a shorter version. But I did do a lot of research, did a lot of research on different channels, different lawyers for social media, YouTube guidelines, the whole 9 yards. And this is where I come in at with my findings. So, excuse me. At this time, that concludes this portion. Remembering that the last thing I just showed on the sample, this sample will be in the description bar below. I will make sure to include it, as well as making sure you do have some type of form of it being in your description. Now, if you're doing just a giveaway type video, then you can put that in your description because it's not a lot. But make sure you tailor it to your giveaways, please. Under the guidelines and rules about contests, make sure you also look at your official rule contest rules that you must include, which is what I just did here in a shorter version to give you a sample, which I would be having in the description bar below. So I think I covered everything. That's why I make my notes when I'm doing these type of videos. It's a how-to video. Hopefully that helps you. And again, if you have any other questions or you want to see another type of video like this or other things, I will be coming up soon with another. Actually, I got 2 more lined up. The next one is going to most likely be about different topics. I don't want to go into detail yet because I'm trying to get it all finalized. I'm doing that on a Word PowerPoint. So again, thank y'all so much. I hope this helps you change your ways of doing giveaways, YouTube style contest or lottery, sweepstakes, the different clarifications. Again, the biggest point I'm giving you on all this is please make sure you check your federal, state, and local laws pertaining to giveaways, lottery, or anything like that, including the FTC regulations, and I will have all of that in the description bar below. And also, what I'm going to ask you is free. Don't forget, below the screen there's that word subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Check and see if you all have all the notifications on so you don't miss out when I come out with another video. Also, give me a thumbs up. But most importantly, don't forget to leave me those comments. If you have any questions, please make sure to answer those and put them in the comment section below, because I do answer each and every one of my comments. So as I say before I end each and every one of my videos, thank you so much for coming on over. And as I say, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?